close up the doors, we'll get started. Before we get started, how about that dinner again tonight, huh?
Hey!
Little Mexican vegan tacos. Chef Dean said we're the only place in town that has a vegan taco bar. So there you go. Thanks, Dean, and to Bailey and Mikey for helping out, cleaning dishes and getting it all sorted. Appreciate that. All right, let's roll. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery support group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our Open Forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. We start at 6:30. Please turn off your cell phones. Please, only one person speaks at a time, and when you do speak, please do it loudly so everyone can hear you. We'll sign anything that needs to be signed. The only thing that we ask is that you're honest. If you're hurting tonight, we want to hear that early so we can help you. And if you are feeling awesome, please share that as well so maybe everybody else can feel awesome. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them back into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. Unless you're on camera, then it doesn't apply. But if you do not want to be on camera, you can sit up here along the wall and nobody will see you. You got a couple people up there. All right, cool. Please refrain from getting up and leaving the meeting while it's in progress. If you're going to litter, do it in one of our trash cans. And thank God nobody smokes cigarettes anymore, so we don't have to talk about that. All right. The lifestyles, who has that?
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself. Be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges, integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Right on. Mr. Felix, good stuff. Okay. How many new people do we have tonight? I know one, right? Is that it? Only one new person? Oh, you're in trouble. No, everybody knows what we do here, so we're going to go around the room. Everybody's going to say your name and simply why you've chosen to join us tonight. Ryan, go ahead.
My name is Ryan, and I chose to join us tonight for the accountability and the get-togetherness of the what's the word I'm trying to say?
Camaraderie?
Community. Well, no, start with the C.
It's all right. Frank.
I'm Frank, and the reason I'm here today is because I get to.
Right. Yeah.
My name is Kyle, and I chose to come here over going to work tonight, so that's a step in the right direction.
Attaboy. Kyle, what's different for you this time than last time?
A lot of time.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go for
I
lunch.
see it. Right on. Proud of you, dude. Keep her going. Dave.
I'm Caddy, and I am here to give back what was given to me.
Nice.
I'm Sam, and I'm here to stay connected and to show newcomers and people that it really does work if you utilize the tools that are given to you.
Who's this sitting up here?
It's my daughter.
Right. That's prevention at its finest right there, right? Go ahead.
I'm Sam's grandma, and I'm here because I'm really proud of what Sam and Dean have done
Yeah.
and what you guys have done for them.
Wow.
I've always wanted my Sam back, and I finally got her. And I
Wow.
wanted to see her have her children, but not in the way that she did get them, with her mom passing. But I'm really thankful for everybody that's helped her here.
Wow. Do you have a name, or do we just call you
My
Sam's
name's
grandma?
Phyllis. Everybody calls me grandma.
Okay. Wow. I'm glad you're here.
Thank
That was
you.
powerful. Wow. Joey, go ahead.
I'm Joey, and I'm here to stay connected and give and receive support.
I'm Mandy. I'm here because I enjoy being here, and I enjoy hanging out with everybody.
Right on. Yep. Steve.
Steven, to be here, just to be held accountable and just be here with everybody else.
Yep. Right on, buddy. Jacob.
I'm Jacob. I chose to be here because it keeps me staying consistent.
Yep.
I like being here.
How do you feel about having your picture up on our thing?
I didn't know about it at first, but proud of myself.
Yes. There you go. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dude. Good on you.
My name is Jessie, and I choose to be here because this place isn't too shabby and it continues to help me.
This place isn't too shabby. That's awesome.
I'm Rochelle, and I'm here to stay connected and to learn everything that I possibly can learn.
My name is Will, and I chose to be here because it's part of my commitment.
Right on, dude. Shelby.
My name's Shelby. I'm here to stay connected and gain knowledge and insight from listening to other people.
Good deal.
I'm Mark. Here because it's part of my routine, balance, connection, give, receive, support, and love to hear something inspirational today.
I'm Brandon. I'm here tonight because I feel that everyone here has become a family, and this is what we all do on Thursdays.
Right on. Before you go, 1 second, John. Mark, how did you get here tonight?
Bicycle.
How many miles did you ride today?
Only 10 today.
Home from work? Or,
Home from work.
How'd you get the bike to work?
It was left there last night.
Okay. You got a ride home last night?
Yes. And
Okay.
a ride this morning.
All right. So normally you're riding 10 to work and 10 back.
Right. Just shy of 10, but yeah, basically.
All right. Right on. John?
My name is John. Glad to be here because it's an obvious second chance at me for a new beginning, and I'm grateful for it.
Right on. Sir?
My name's Ken. Here to open my mind to new thoughts and ideas I may not have thought of, and road to recovery.
Scott.
I'm Scotty. I'm here because this is what we do. I just want people to like.
Did you like that dinner?
It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome in here.
Adam.
And Adam, I love the vibe that Basic Recovery has.
I'm Amanda. I'm here. I am blessed to be a part of this community, and there's really no other place I'd rather be.
Right.
And Jake, I'm here because I received back freedom of choice.
Yeah.
The power to choose.
And how was that vegan taco?
You know, at first I was gonna knock it, and I was like, no, but you can't tell the difference.
Right,
like,
man.
I'm a big carnivore, and it wasn't bad though.
Right? You're coming to the dark side, just a matter of time. That's all right.
You
Right?
guys are influencing me.
All part of the plan. Right? Go ahead, Dakota.
I'm Dakota. I'm here just to maintain a better lifestyle, mentally and physically.
Right on. Mark.
My name's Mark. I'm here every Thursday night because this is my life.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Ashley. I'm here to stay connected.
Good.
I'm Felix. I'm here because I haven't felt like a wholesome human being in a long time. Wow, man. I feel that here. No other place I'd rather be.
Wow. Nice, man.
My name's Sheila, and I come here because there are a lot of cool people here I like, and I built some relationships and met new people, had new experiences, and it just builds in my day well right now, so I like it.
Good stuff.
I'm Kenny. I'm here to receive the support that I need to continue on my life and my journey.
Cool, man. Good deal.
I'm Mike. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow.
And to run.
What? I'm Tori. I come here every Thursday. A fun fact, we haven't missed a meeting since my daughter's been born. So.
Wow. And how long?
She's 3 months.
Right on.
She's never missed a meeting.
She's never missed a meeting.
She's never missed a meeting.
Well, why isn't that kid
They're all
running the
that.
group? What are we doing?
She's working on it.
She's working on it. Okay. And who are you? And what are you doing here?
Because
Did you hear that? Because my dad makes Todd's tacos. You're right. He makes them for everybody too, though, right? Your dad's awesome. All right.
Hey, Todd, they
Yeah.
tasted just like steak, too.
Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. Good. Right. My name's Todd. I love being here. I've been here. I ran the meeting in the last 3 weeks in a row. Feels good, and we have to figure out something inspirational for Mark tonight. But it's going to be a good meeting. So, who has the answer?
The Answer by Donald Picard. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I am a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answers. Open arms, understanding smiles, and looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Awesome. Okay. Does anybody have anything they want me to do tonight up here? A question, a comment, and anything? Damn, I gotta work. Okay. Couple things. First of all, our 21st annual 5K coming up on October 22nd. Excited for that out in Rossford, Ohio. Registration's open. If you are actively with us, you don't have to worry about paying for that. We got your back for that. It's going to be awesome. Good day. What else is an announcement? Any staff members? Am I forgetting anything? Anything going on we need to promote? No?
I don't know, you know, you should know. I don't know.
Drawing a blank. I just want to say this. It's September 1st, and I got asked today when the date was of starting Racing for Recovery. It was in September. I want to say it was September 14th, but I'm not sure. But on September 1st, I look at that as our anniversary date. So we have been in service now for 21 years as of today. I think and one thing I want to point out with that is our name hasn't changed. Our location hasn't changed. Our concept hasn't changed. Everything has only gotten better. But the name, always been the same. The passion, always been the same. Commitment, always been the same. Perseverance, compassion, empathy, humility, gratitude, always been the same for 21 years. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for everybody that comes here. And I'm actually kind of proud of that. So, good stuff. All right, a couple things for tonight. I had the privilege of sitting in one of our awesome IOP groups before we had dinner tonight. Heard some great stuff in there from some amazing people as usual. So I want to pull one thing from there, and then also something that Felix said that I really resonated with me. So two things we can start with. Might be a little emotional tonight, but that's okay. I want to know why we don't want to get attached to people. Why is that? Fear, anxiety, whatever. Why don't we want to build close, effective relationships with people? Sometimes. And what Felix said, that he feels like a wholesome human being, that was powerful. How does one get that by coming to Racing for Recovery? So, why are we fear of attachment? And how do you become a wholesome human being like Mr. Felix the cat said over there? Sam.
I feel like with me, I was scared to get attached to people because I attracted the wrong kind of people. And the people that I was around only were buddies if they had drugs or they had something that I wanted. It wasn't either you had dope or you had money. And then actually coming through here, feeling a wholesome person was when I found myself. And I mean truly found myself. I found what I believe I was destined to be, or who I was destined to be. And that's a mother and a granddaughter and a daughter, and not how drugs made me be or how I chose to be doing drugs. And I think I was so afraid of building relationships too, because every time I thought I loved something, it would always end up leaving, but really it was me pushing it away because I was my own demise. Like I thought it was fake if I was happy. Like, oh, if something's gonna happen, the shoe's gonna fall, or something's gonna happen. Like I self-sabotaged a lot. And today, I genuinely know, like, I might not have a good day every day, but you know what? I know that shoe is not falling.
Right.
And I just keep walking. I might be walking a little bit slower. There's some days, hell, I might be skipping. But I know that shoe is never going to fall for me, because when I came here, I knew that I was done. And I wanted to be done. I wasn't happy. I was miserable. And I hit my bottom. And I honestly believe you have to hit your bottom before this will really work. You have to actually want it. And when I came in here, I didn't do it for anybody but myself.
Right.
So me being wholesome, I found myself, and I loved that when Dean and I came in here, we weren't in the same rooms because I got to focus on what I liked, and I got into art, and I got into, you know, things that Sam wanted to do, not things like what would Dean be wanting to do right now. Well, Dean's doing what he wants to do right now. He's safe. I know he's okay, and he knew I was okay. And I slowly got to like figure out who I was, and that was how like being a wholesome person is for me. And now I am grateful for every close relationship that I come encounter with because I know it's meaningful because I'm actually giving it my all.
How does it feel to have your grandma here, and how did it feel to have her say what she said?
Oh, it feels great having Grandma here. Grandma tells me she's proud of me all the time, so it makes me feel good. The one side of me doesn't want her to be proud because I should have done it a long time ago, but I'm grateful that she is around to see me actually get my life together and get to meet me, you know, the actual me that I was. Because I wasn't even this me when I wasn't even using drugs or alcohol. Like, I was who everybody wanted me to be, or who I thought everybody wanted me to be. I was a follower. Now I'm my own leader.
Beautiful.
Jake?
For me, it was, I was let down so many times by being behind bars. It's like, you can't, like, I was instilled, you can't trust people. No matter what, you know, you always got to put this guard up, this defense up. It's like, I've always seen in life that in some way, shape, or form, a man would let you down, especially being behind bars. Like, they always had an intent or an angle to play. So that really affected me growing up. You know, I mean, as a juvenile and as an adult. And that's why, to answer your first question. And your second question was?
I asked a couple of them. I'm going off of what Felix said, right? About what is it like to feel like a human being, a wholesome human being?
I mean, it feels good. I can't say I've quite met the mark all the way yet, but just the fact that I'm able to feel, process through that feel, and not run back to my coping mechanism. You know what I mean? That for me speaks volumes in my life. Just the processing. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what's making it human for me, working through it. Because any pain, misery, ache, anything to do with life on life's terms, I would hightail to the hills and go use. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Jake knows. That's what Jake knew.
One more question. Not going to put a name on it, but you had a peer say some very supportive things and offer kind of like a invitation to get to know that person better in group today. I wondered how you took that which was said, how that made you feel.
Out of all actuality, it made me feel a little uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because, you know, I mean, I've never like, on some serious, I've never really had friends, like what a true friend is supposed to be.
Right.
I've always had people with ill-will, intent, motivation. So I don't know exactly what that looks like quite yet. You know what I mean? But I'm very open to the possibility of, you know what I mean, going fishing, working on a vehicle, helping someone out. You know what I mean? Like, actually, like, I want to step out because I know I'm in this place right now where it's like I'm just accepting it for what it is. That maybe Jake, you know what I mean, should stand at a distance. You know what I mean, not open himself up because I've been let down by mankind so much, but then I've also let down mankind myself.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Good.
So I can't just point the finger at everybody else. It's definitely myself. I'm in that same mode.
That's cool. If I ever get my tools back from Adam, I'll help you work on some cars. You know.
Wait a minute, aren't you the one that said if I ever show up on a job site to tell you to get off?
Yes, I was that guy.
Yeah,
Same thing if auto mechanics are going on, right?
Just keep the tools. Just keep the tools out.
That's great.
I struggle with attachment today. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't say today I have one friend. You know, I mean, all the people I grew up with are either in prison or dead. You know, and like being brought to the recovery lifestyle, I'm a very sociable person. I've always clicked up with everyone. You know, when I came here 2 years ago, you know, it's just, I don't know. I guess it hurt me to see, and I'm sure I've hurt people because this is my second time around. When you get attached to somebody, you create a bond and you see them go back out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you can't do nothing for that. You know, when it comes down to it, you can only help yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And I don't know. I don't say I have friends these days. I have acquaintances. You know, it's hard to say what a true friend is. You know, just with my life experience that I've had, because I've trusted people to the fullest. You know, I was always the person to give you my trust until you prove me wrong. And 9 out of 10 times I got proven wrong. So, and it affected me, even though I didn't let it show, but it affected me. You know, so I kind of distanced myself a little bit. You know, that's why my hat says lone wolf. You know, I'm all for support. I'm there to help you if you need help, but I've learned not to get too close. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I know at this moment in time in my life, I need to focus on me and what I can control.
Right on. Can you tell us what a true friend looks like that maybe you haven't found yet, but what that would look like to you?
I mean, it all comes down to no matter the struggles, no matter the problems, you know, every relationship in life, with family, with with girls, with friendships, you're gonna have troubles, you know, things are gonna, you know, not always see eye to eye.
Yeah.
It's just more of loyalty.
Yeah.
Loyalty is the main part, you know, honesty, no matter what, you know, when people are moving shady, you know, or moving funny and doing things behind your back and gossiping and stuff like that, it's just, I tend to try to get myself away from that, you know, because I went through that part of my life, you know. I've been in high school. I don't want to be in high school no more. You know, I'm about to be 29 and here coming up in September, so it's just time to grow up in a way. But yeah, I mean, who knows, you know? It's just, I don't know, it's just hard for me attached, just because I've just a couple months ago when I first came back here and stuff, I've got attached to a couple people. Help them out, you know, show them recovery, take them out to have good times and stuff, show them it's more, you can have fun without using drugs and alcohol. And, you know, and they're no longer with us. So it's just like, and it just, I don't know, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit, you know? So it's just like, so I just intend, you know, I can't let that affect me though. You know, and whether I'd rather admit it or not, it does.
Yep.
So I intend to just distance a little bit away. I'll see you in the hallway. What's up? You know, how's your day? We can chit chat, talk. But I don't intend to try to get too close.
Wow.
For the time being, I can't tell the future, but I just know where I got to be because I got to stay complacent in my recovery.
What? Last question. When is your birthday in September?
The 17th.
Okay. Mark, make note of that. Get some shopping going. Boy's extra small for that guy. Okay, who's up?
Jacob.
For me, why I wouldn't get close to people is because I didn't want to let myself down. Because, you know, I hold unfair expectations on people. You know what I mean? So, and me always hanging around, it was always the wrong crowd. Just because I was doing the wrong thing. So it was just kind of like what I attracted to and what attracted me, you know what I mean? So it was just, that's what happened. And And then I just stopped because I already knew after being in the wrong mindset, doing the wrong things, I just stopped trying to have friends because it wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like I can't have a healthy relationship when I don't have a healthy relationship with myself.
Yep.
You know, so that's changed because now I got good friends.
Yeah.
It's family. You know what I mean? And that's a great feeling. And I feel like that kind of goes into like feeling wholesome. It's just I feel like I have everything that I need, and it's a great feeling. You know, I got a good job. I got my family. I got my friends. I got everybody. You know, and it's just I got myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's as wholesome as it can get.
Right on. Beautiful. Who's up?
We're empty.
Who?
We're empty.
Oh. Well,
Well.
Will and then Katie. Sorry. Go ahead, Will, and then you're up. Sorry.
When I hear the first question, I think about something that I learned not too long ago in this path to recovery. It brings me to intimacy, and I always thought intimacy, I regarded that to like something sexual.
Yep.
Until I realized like it's just allowing yourself to be close to a person, you being transparent, allowing a person get to know you. And I found that in that, it's a sense of vulnerability, like I'm hearing from my peers. As for me, I had a lot of in my past I had a lot of fronts and masks that I wore. So I didn't really want a person to get to know Will. So it's that fear of the unfamiliar, just not knowing. And Jake was speaking on that, like, you know, gravitating towards things that I'm so familiar with. You know, and I experienced that prior to me getting here, and I felt that was a healthy relationship. But no, it was something familiar. It was something that I'm used to. So, like, in me allowing myself to get into know with the unfamiliar things that I don't know, then it requires me to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to change attitudes, I have to change behavior, thinking, you know, and all that's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of work in that, because if the people that I use with, I didn't allow them to get to know Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had certain things in common, you know? So in order to me to get to know new people that may be healthy in my life, I really have to be vulnerable. I have to allow them to be close and be transparent. And then in regards to what Felix said about being wholesome, I just thought about the fact, like, okay, whole, the word whole, right? As for me, some brokenness in my past. So it's the opposite of that. So what he's experiencing right now, it's like the pieces are coming back together. You know what I'm saying? Like, things were separated and apart, but now he's feeling like things are coming back together again. And I too can relate. And I believe that that's all due to me putting work in and my faith. You know, like, that's where I'm at today. And with that, I'll pass.
Give us one thing we need to know about Will.
I'm a thinker. I do have a voice. But I'm so interested and passionate to, like, listen to other people, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at today. But it's so, it like goes hand in hand. Like, I get empowered by that. I get empowered by other people speaking, by things people say, and like it sparks something up here. You know what I'm saying? And then at times I just feel compelled to speak on things. You know what I'm saying? And I heard the word community, and that's exactly what this is. You know, fellowship as well, and I feed off energy, man. And I just want to be around good energy, and leave the negative energy where it's at.
Dude, I appreciate the words you used when you were talking there. Energy, community. I personally feel my own energy is back in this building, and for a while it was gone. you know, and I feel it being back in here lately, and I'm thankful for it, and I love it because that's what it started from, you know. So thanks for what you said. That helped me. I appreciate that.
All right. So why would I get attached to someone if they're just gonna leave me? Why would I trust someone if they're just gonna lie to me? Why would I love someone if they're just gonna hurt me? Like these are things that I used to live. These are questions I used to ask myself, and I learned these things unfortunately through experience. You know, it's like if every time you get in a car, that car crashes, you're gonna be hesitant to hop in another car. And even if you get in a car and you go for a ride and you don't crash, you're still, the whole time, you're gonna be looking around, bracing yourself, just, you aren't gonna enjoy that car ride because you're waiting for the crash.
Wow.
So, you know, and I think a lot of people in here probably relate to, you know, when you've been through so many hurts, like when you've had so many bad experiences in your life, it's not easy to let yourself get vulnerable and step into the next one. Like, it's not easy to have faith that things are gonna work out. Like, it's not easy to let yourself become attached to someone, or, you know, to trust someone or to love someone, because, you know, in the back of your mind, you're waiting for shit to happen, just because that's what's always happened in the past. Like, and I think that, you know, learning how to grow out of that kind of is how you become, like Felix was saying, you become that wholesome person. Like, for me, being a wholesome person would include, you know, being okay even if they leave me, being okay even if they lie to me, being okay even if they hurt me. Like, because I know I'm wholesome, I'm whole with or without anybody else or any outside things in my life. And, like, can I say that I'm all the way there? You know, no. But I'm working towards that, and I'm conscious of it, so, you know, I feel like I'm on the right path because I know where I want to get to, even if I'm not there yet. Like, I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of part of life, is just continuing to grow and strive towards, you know, what you want to be. Like, you know, the race might start here, but, you know, the finish line, you know, the finish line keeps moving. The finish line's wherever you want it to be. I don't know if we ever get there, you know, you just keep going, and, you know, down the road you might run into something that you didn't even know you needed, or you didn't even know was an issue, but, you know, it's like, it's about building up those positive experiences to make the negative ones, you know, not so fresh in your memory. You know, like, the more times you get in that car and you make it to where you need to go and it doesn't crash, you know, I feel like each time you'll be a little bit more relaxed, each time you'll be a little bit more confident, and then, you know, eventually you're going to be cruising down the road with the windows down and the music up, and, you know, you won't even think about crashing the car, just because, you know, you've made it so many times without something bad happening. So I don't know how long that takes. I imagine it's different for different people, but I don't know. Today I'm getting in the car. So.
Right on. And when you're cruising in that car with the top down, what music is playing based on our conversation today?
I was gonna say Beethoven. Maybe some Aerosmith.
Yeah, there you go. Right. You were paying attention today. Okay. Go ahead, Frank.
On the part of friendships and close relationships, I really don't have that, because prior hurts in the past and stuff, every time I got close to somebody, they either pass away or move away and stuff like that. Part of it's childhood, never being around other people, being treated different, stuff like that. So, I don't know, it could be a fear why I don't get real close to people. Do I got friends? Yeah, I got some people I call friends, but most of them are an acquaintance. Somebody I see as I'm passing by kind of things, because of my lack of trust for people. because of the hurt that I've been through and stuff like that. I mean, back in the past year, I was asking one of my class, find someone you can trust. So the only one I trust is my higher spirit, you know, that's it. You know, to trust flesh and bone in front of me, I haven't really, I mean, there are some, but there ain't many.
What's tattooed on your arm in the middle there?
Love.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you got that?
Teenage years, about 40 years ago.
Does it still resonate with you today, having that on you? Or not?
I live it.
Good deal. Yes, you do. Go ahead. Jake.
Will, you mentioned, I don't know why, man, but when you mentioned the word wholesome and togetherness, and that really resonated with me because in group throughout the week, matter of fact, the time you was there, I spoke about like a lot of my past chaoses and traumas in my life, and it was like, because of what I was seeing and shown as a juvenile, it didn't make me, but it influenced me in such a way that it was almost like this was being taught the way to me. You know what I mean? So I seen my mom always with another guy, so I chased after women. I see my mom always drinking, I started smoking. I see my dad always getting angry, so I got angry and started fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I've never had that togetherness, that wholeness, my entire life up till, I mean, for real, till I got up in this place, there's always been brokenness in my life. And I've always used something, whether it be my anger, a female, or drugs, to cope with that and not deal with that pain. So I've never really known who Jake was, what he really is about. And in group, I was speaking about, and it still holds true, like it's something that really resonated with me, was the closest thing I've ever found or thought about who Jake actually is I gotta take Jake back to this age of innocence, where he was, you know what I mean? Like before, I had these great influential factors in my life, and I vaguely remember it, but it was like, you know what I mean? I was just a kid. I was loving. I was caring. I was kind. I was gentle. I was loving. I was compassionate. I didn't like to fight. I didn't like to lie. I just, you know what I mean? I like being a human. You know what I mean? And because I can't say I want to be who I used to be, because I've never been in my life. You know, I've never been a human being in my life besides whenever I was a juvenile, you know? So that's something that I'm taking myself back to in my life. And to me, that would be my togetherness. You know what I mean? I got some serious stuff. That would be my wholeness, my oneness, my cheese, so to speak.
When this when this thing was started or created, we didn't want to focus on the negativity and the drama and all the stories of addiction. It was more about how awesome life is, what we're learning, and how great it's going to continue to be. Now, I have learned over the course of these past 21 years that, I mean, some crazy stuff happens in this. The reality is people die. I don't even like acknowledging that. I never thought anybody would die. I literally, going through my master's program, the professor said something to me about, you know, you're going to have a client or somebody that'll kill themselves or die, and I'm like, no, that's never going to happen. I was wrong in that. That stuff happens. And by the way, I guess it's appropriate at this point, I want to give acknowledgement to a Sylvania family who had the most tragic thing I think could happen to a family this week, and I just want them to know that I, in this place, have them in our thoughts, because that's a horrible thing. Having said that, nothing or no one is ever going to eradicate the positivity of this place. And I hope a lot of people heard what I just said, because nothing's going to ever penetrate the goodness, the wholesomeness, the compassion, and the love that this building was created on, what it stands for, and it always will be. Because everybody deserves to get what you just said. Everybody, and what Felix said. I believe that this place is a place to finally find self and feel whole. I just never had somebody say it the way Felix did tonight. That's what this is. That's never going to change, and nobody's ever going to change that. So you can do it just as he did. It's just a matter of how and when, right? Man, this has been good tonight. Okay, Tori, you're up.
I'd say in the beginning, I definitely went towards being wholesome. Because I feel in that the attachment to people would just be another, I guess, outlet, deflection, not focusing on myself. Feeling wholesome to me today is being aware, being self-aware, but not only that, taking it a step further and taking action. And what I mean by saying that is setting boundaries where they need to be, but allowing myself to get vulnerable with people I choose to surround myself with. But that always doesn't last because of, whatever's taking place in their life or outside forces. So just being able to put the boundaries up and just recognize, like, damn, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay because I'm okay, or like I wish that person well, but it's not going to disrupt what I have going on. That's how I feel about this topic.
Well said.
Thanks.
Well said.
Felix.
I'm thankful to know now at this present state, this moment, this time, this very nanosecond that's existing right now. The way I feel is true and actual because I'm in the present. With that being said, I know the difference now. I couldn't tell you a while ago what's the separation between being lucky and blessed. It's not a secret. There's people, that those will know. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. We all had street interactions and things like that. I was lucky because, one, I got a chance to be around people that tried their best to live a certain way of integrity in the streets. I was lucky to be around that. I was lucky to be around individuals that didn't cross your back, that didn't try to talk to your wife behind your back, that taught you how to do things. You run errands for the bosses and then you became one. That's how it started. I was lucky. I was blessed because I had parents that prayed for me to live through that, to survive that, to get to this very present now. I'm blessed because of what they instructed me with in the beginning before I stepped out there with the wolves and lions and bears and everything like that. To have this one thing, Felix, before you go out there and you make this choice. No, two things. Love God, love your neighbor as you would love yourself. They told me that. Love God with all your heart.
Yep.
And love your neighbor as you would love yourself. They told me that. I didn't know what they was talking about then at that time. But it stuck in me. It was there. I never knew why. I always said, hey, why would I give this person a chance? Why give? We had a class earlier and we was talking about relationships and attachments and how to deal with anger and stuff like that. And I said, I give a person 100% stock when I initially met. You have 100% stock. Look at the positivity inside of you until you deplete it. by your actions, what you do, how you do it, when you do it. If it's not in comparison to the lifestyle that I'm living at that time, I'm out. But you start off with 100%. The reason why I'm saying all of this is to give a rough synopsis of different points of views where I came from. I had to learn the hard way that the only way to be emboldened and strong is by being vulnerable. I had to expose myself to all things from the street corner to and from on this planet. Experiences that I got from secrets that suffering can teach. I had to learn that. No one can take that from me. It has built character. I know what I won't do. I know what I will do. I know what I won't tolerate because I've been through those things to test that. So at this present state of affairs, the very things that my parents, my mother, my father instilled in me that they thought I wasn't listening to, I just didn't want to acknowledge at that time because I thought I had it all fucking figured out. I want to live this life. And after crossing out all of the different results, I've come to the last one. I lived to get through that. That's the blessing. To get to this result, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to take sobriety. Because I crossed all the other ones out and I'm alive. I'll sit here and say that. And I'm so happy because at the skin of my teeth I'm sitting here. So I know I'm blessed for that. And I feel whole because everything they put in me, I think that's what I want. I want to be a human being. And being a human being, the definition of that is just one thing. Contributing to your fellow man. That's the definition of being a human being.
Right on, brother. Right on. Who's up?
Empty.
8 minutes. Mark, say something inspirational. Do it yourself.
That just inspired me.
Well, there you go.
I thought it was fire, man. That's real talk. I mean, that's how I feel, and that's what I basically put into my everyday routine, you know. I really loved what Katie had to say too. I mean, everybody, Jake, about self-worth, you know, self-love. I really don't know what to give you. I can't aspire after all that. Wow, it was good.
Yeah.
It really was. Shit, I'm trying to reflect on this rest of the night and tomorrow. No, I'm serious.
That's good.
I mean, it's fire. Because I started thinking for a minute I was going to be the last one to take us home, and maybe I had to try to put something out there that was going to be inspiring, but shoot, I don't even know where we're going now. Like, yeah, but I can't top that. Not today. But no, real talk. That was good stuff. And that's pretty much the gist of what I implement in my daily routine. You know, Tori too. I'm sorry I didn't leave you out. You know, with the boundaries and all that. That was great, man. I mean, everything was fire tonight, for real. Like, I don't think there's anything that was really left out that I could add. To be honest with you.
Did you ever, you know, when you go to a good rock show or a movie or whatever, you come out and you're like, man, that was awesome. That's what I strive for every time I'm fortunate enough to sit up here and run a meeting like this. It's this. I want people to evoke some emotion where somebody else is like, God damn, man, you hear that? You know, and they walk out and they're thinking about it for the rest of the night. You know, that's when you know you did something. You know, it's good.
You know, I mean, I too struggle with emotional attachment. You know, I crave connection.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost sickening. You know how bad I want it. And you know, I don't mean just with a female. I mean just man and woman. You know, like ride or die. You know, somebody loyal, somebody honest. I mean, everybody I've ever done right in my life has wronged me. And that shit hurts, you know, and it really does. And like, time and time again, man, I constantly invest and I constantly get hurt, you know. And by no means, like, have every one of them situations been their fault. I mean, I've way done more than my fair share of wronging people, you know, like, because of all my bad choices that I've made. I've wronged people, and they just said, fuck it, you know, and walked away, you know, and that shit hurts, you know. So yeah, like, it's hard. It's really hard to let them walls down, to let somebody in, you know, even as bad as I want it, it's really hard. It really is, but like today, I can honestly say that, like, I definitely found my self-worth and love. I've been working really hard at all my traumas, and basically that's, at least for me, that's how I feel that all, you know, having such a hard time letting somebody in to because I don't want just a connection. I want like a deep connection. You know, like I want my connection to be like family, like real solid family, and like I want to be able to trust that person with anything and everything. You know, acquaintances come a dime a dozen. You know, and that's one thing that I love about being here in the community is like. Everybody here is like family to me, and I trust everybody for the most part, like to a pretty deep level. But I still struggle at times with really going in for that full connection, and it takes time. But it's like it's basically from all past traumas, you know. So like everything that I've done from day one over the last 8 months is reflect, process, and like I said last weekend, you know, if I can't heal, I can't grow. Right. You know, and I worked really hard at that. And I seen Julie, matter of fact, day before yesterday, and she basically gave me the option. You know, she feels that I don't need it like I've been doing. And I thought, no way, you're not getting rid of me. You know what I mean? Like, but because I really didn't feel like I had anything to bring to the table. Like, by no means am I cured, but like, pretty much got it figured out. Like, I put all the dots together, and I've connected so many things. It's just mind blowing, and I understand how it all works, and like, I have the know-how to handle hardships today without making a bad choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it still don't mean that I don't need somebody to talk to about shit on a day-by-day basis. You know, so. But yeah, I just figured I'd give you a little something. You know, that's kind of where I'm at, man. It's just, I think it's all. Just one day at a time, really, man, with working on traumas and just that self-worth in order to really be able to get that emotional connection. I think a lot of us look for that. It's scary, you know, it is. It is, you know. If I can't love myself, how can I love someone else like someone else said? And I've had people say that to me as well, you know, and it's true. It's true.
I love how you said about investing in people. As much as it's difficult to do, keep investing. Because everybody deserves a shot. So even if you've been burned, keep investing. It's the right thing to do. Before we close, I forgot to mention our app is coming October 8th. It's going to be sweet. It's an old school word, sweet. Anybody say that anymore? We're going to bring it back. App's going to be awesome. The connection it's going to have for people will be very cool. I love how Racing for Recovery is always innovative, live stream, our format, the app, everything. I'm excited for that. We have one scraggler. Mr. Scotty has something inspirational to say.
It's completely off topic.
Go ahead.
I ran into Luis last night.
Yeah.
One of our alumni.
Yes.
It's 2 years today.
Awesome. We need to do something with pictures for 2 years. They will put somebody on the roof from now on. Whatever. Awesome. Good for him. Luis, good on you, man. Okay. Who has our closing poem?
I do. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I am lost, I am hopeless. It isn't my fault, it takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am. It is my fault, I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it and walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everybody.